Hey y'all, it's Brandon the Introvert, and welcome to Gay Magazine's third annual Valentine's Day couple series. And right now, I'm speaking with Christopher and Bobby. Christopher is the one with the white wolf, Bobby the one with the brown fox.
What's up?
Yeah, very Game of Thrones. How you
So
doing?
how are y'all doing?
We doing pretty good.
We
Chilling.
good. We cannot complain. Living day to day, paying the bills. All the things that matter.
Right, right. Did y'all watch the Super Bowl?
We
Last
did.
night?
Yeah.
We
Y'all did.
did.
Who are y'all rooting for?
I mean, since the Ravens
The-
weren't in it, we just went ahead and went
to
with
the
the
Eagles.
Eagles.
To the
You
Eagles,
know,
yeah. That's the
yeah.
default for everybody.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so we just rolled with the Eagles, and they didn't disappoint.
They
they didn't
definitely
disappoint. Okay.
did.
hmm
So you say you're from y'all root from the Ravens. So are you from Baltimore?
Yeah, we're from
Yes,
So
Baltimore.
both of y'all are from Baltimore. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
yes.
from PG County. I'm from Maryland. So
Oh, so we
Okay.
right
yeah.
there.
Okay.
Like,
Right there, right
Yeah.
okay.
there.
Yeah. So we right there.
Yeah. You just like
So
what, 20 minutes down the street?
20,
About
like
20,
20,
30. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
something a little bit like that. Yeah. So I actually have a starter icebreaker for y'all.
Okay.
It's real cute. It's real simple. I want
Okay.
y'all to tell us 3 words to describe each other.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I would say mysterious.
Mysterious,
Yes. Passionate.
mysterious, passionate. Okay,
And I don't know the exact word for it, but I just love that, he just floats his own boat. You know what I'm saying? I just love
okay.
that. I don't know the exact word for that, but that word. He
He got
floats his own boat.
his own vibe going
His
on. Like
own his
Okay.
his
own
own
vibe.
vibe.
He doesn't try to match the energy of the world. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? He make it match him.
I
right.
would say confident,
Uh huh.
energetic,
Uh huh.
and real.
And what's
And
the
real.
third one?
Real.
Real. Okay. It sounded like Bobby. Are you a Scorpio?
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. Let me do Christopher. Is it Leo?
No, I'm not. I'm a
I got it
Sagittarius.
all wrong then.
Yeah.
So,
See,
but
I
they
was
say
raised by
they
I was raised by Leos. So my mother
you're
and my
raised by
father.
Leos.
Yeah, my
Okay, I
mother and
knew I
my father
sniffed
are
some
Leo.
Leo somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, they
Yeah.
say the fire signs and air signs are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. They said that what
definitely.
they call us like
Evil
evil
twin.
twin.
yeah,
Like, yeah. He definitely matches my vibe. We can go outside and I know it's about to be a fun night.
right,
It's not
Okay.
never boring. I love
right.
that.
The fire signs they start the shit, and air signs are with the shit. And then when you
Yeah.
got that together,
There you go.
Yeah.
There you there you
Something like that.
something like that. Am I
Yeah.
close?
But the air signs, they had their moments too. You know
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
do.
saying?
They do. They do.
Uh-huh. That innocence goes away after a couple drinks.
Real.
go.
Okay.
Yo, I'm crying.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, okay, you said Bobby, mysterious, his own vibe, passionate.
Mhm.
Christopher. Can I call you Chris? I feel like Chris was so.
Yes, go ahead.
Like Christopher.
People call me chocolate, so you can call me Chris, you can call me chocolate, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay. For now, because it's my first time, I'm gonna do Chris. Maybe we'll work
Okay.
our way up to chocolate. So Chris, confident, real, and hold on, confident, real,
Energetic.
energetic, energetic. Okay, almost. I got 5 out of 6, close enough. So both y'all are in the Baltimore area, right?
Mm.
Yes.
So what do y'all do for work?
So I work for the hospital, University of Maryland, for
Hmm.
transportation. I'm the supervisor
Hmm.
of transportation. So like the shuttles to and from work, getting the patients to and from work,
Okay.
valet cars, all of those things.
And I work
Hmm.
for transportation for MedStar
Oh,
Hospital.
nice. Also, both y'all in transportation.
Hmm
Yes.
Oh, nice, nice. Did it just like when y'all met? were y'all already in transportation, or like what happened?
Honestly, it was kind of like so we he had got locked up,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going through something similar.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you get out of jail, and it's hard to find jobs,
Right. Yeah.
especially in this city.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we just ended up going to like going the same route to find a job, and that's
I
how we
see.
ended up first starting to work with each other. But then we switched off.
Mhm.
I see. I see.
So we started off working the same job, but now you know we just do the same thing, just in
But
different
different
places.
pasta.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all been together for 7 years.
Hmm.
So how did y'all meet then?
So I was messing with somebody else, you know. Not
Okay.
not to say it was like that. I was messing with somebody else. I was actually messing with a trans girl,
Okay.
and you know, I was young then, so I didn't quite know exactly what I wanted or
Mm-hmm.
what I was looking for in life. I just, you know, I just knew for a fact when I met him and I seen him, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta pursue this. Like, you know, it was just
Mm-hmm.
something in it. I was like, I gotta pursue it. Like it's just I wouldn't even be able to sleep at night if I didn't just shoot my shot. You know what I mean? And
It was a
I
one
just
track
went.
mind type of thing.
Yeah, I had you know I was like one as soon as I seen it, I was like I had to get him.
Mm-hmm.
So and you know that's just how it went. And I had to
Mm-hmm.
end up leaving the person I was with. You know, because I'm not about leading nobody on. And I want people to live
Right.
their own life, even if it's not with me. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I had to make that choice to come clean and say that this is what I'm feeling now, and you know, we just parted ways on a mutual respect.
Mm-hmm. So you were with this person. You saw Bobby. You had to get at
I
Bobby.
had to. I
now,
had to do it. I had
now,
to.
now, Bobby, where were you at while he was scoping you out?
I was just floating around. I was single, so I just
Okay,
was,
you were on your own
doing
vibe.
my own thing. Yeah, I was on my
Yeah.
own vibe. We just,
Very, very hard to get.
yes.
Very,
That's the
very hard to get.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were engaged, I hit him up on Facebook, like, "Hey, what's up?"
I replied back
Pop
with
like
that.
one time, and then after
You
that,
know
it'd
how
be done.
Grace is.
It'd be
So.
done. So I would do this for like months at a time, months at a time, months at a time.
hmm So, Bobby, you were kind of doing your own thing. So,
Yeah.
what venue did y'all meet at? What like where
So
did
we
y'all meet? I guess.
So, like I said, my name is Shotwick, and I
hmm
was in Baltimore. I was throwing a ball. You know, I'm in ballroom.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I was throwing a ball that year. It was the 420 ball,
Yeah.
hmm
and he had made a statement online like. Whoever lose at the ball tonight is bottoming, da 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 da, or something like
hmm
that. Like so, I seen it online. So when I seen him at the club that night, shout out to Club Buns.
Shout out the club buying.
You know, they closed down, but that was like a legendary club, gay club in Baltimore.
Okay.
And when I seen him, I walked straight up to him like, "So if you losing tonight, you bottoming, right?" And,
hmm
and you know, like right in front of his friends, like right, you know, like on some smooth shit. It don't
hmm
sound as bad as it. You know what I'm saying? It was
No, that was
smooth.
your end. You had to do what you
Yeah,
had to do. Yeah,
that
I
was
got
like
you. I
my
got
little
you.
icebreaker, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just so he
Yeah.
knew that I'm paying attention
Yeah.
and you know, yeah, so I straight hit him up like, yeah, so you bottle tonight if you lose. He didn't lose, actually he won. So we ended up linking up later and you know, rest is history.
Okay, so Bobby, you're in ballroom too.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm assuming y'all were in different houses and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, he was just starting. So
Okay.
I've been at Ebony in ballroom for almost like I say about 15 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
So
it's been
you're
a
a
little
vet.
minute. Yeah, it's been a little minute.
Okay. It sounded like y'all's paths crossed at a
Good
great time.
times.
At a
At a good
great time.
time, yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
felt like we were both looking for something, you know what I'm saying, and
Hmm.
we found it in each other. As
Yes.
odd as it may sound, as cliche as it may sound, it was just like kind of like a love at first sight type thing. Like it was
hmm
like, oh yeah, we got to see what this is about. You know,
hmm
explore it a little bit.
Okay.
And what I hear, like with relationships and stuff, they usually start out where you're not even looking for nothing particular. You just like what you said, Bobby. Like you're just kind of floating. you floating through life,
Right.
you getting through life, and then the person just comes along right then and there.
Mhm.
Yes.
And there you
This
have
just
it.
switched the whole story got.
Right. So did you know Chris while you're already in ballroom, or this was just
Yeah, I
some
knew of him. I
okay,
used to see him out when I come out. So
okay.
it was like, yeah.
What
Once I
what
seen him in person, it was like, okay, I'm here for it.
right, right. Did you think anything of it? Like was he on your radar or
He was, but it would be like he would hit me up if I was like if I was dealing with somebody or if I was talking to somebody. I'm like, damn, why would he hit me up right now and I'm just
like
talking to
at this
somebody
time?
else type
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Yeah. And of course, like, how was I supposed to know that? You know, when I felt like
Right,
I was in.
right, right. So he pursued, he showed interest multiple times,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, he was
And
very
this time
persistent.
clicked.
Yes, this time it cleared.
Okay. So 7 years ago, okay, y'all met. Chris hit up Bobby. Now Chris and Bobby are talking.
Yeah.
So when did y'all go on y'all's first date? Like when did y'all set that up?
So it took us a minute to even, like I said, I was messing with somebody at first. So
Right.
when we first got together, it wasn't as out there as we both would have liked
Mm-hmm.
because I was still making the transitions with the person I was with.
Okay.
So I was, it didn't take until like a good year of us already messing with each other and being together till when we finally started to like
Go out.
go out
Yeah.
together as a couple. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Just to, my ex wasn't the most understanding about the situation,
Okay.
so I went through a lot with that. Like, she used to call the fire department to my mother's house and
Mm-hmm.
all. Yeah, I went through a lot with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So as I should have, I take responsibility for that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, after that, it was just we would what we start doing. We would go to like
The club.
the
Yeah.
clubs, like so we'll rent out sections and
Uh-huh.
then we'll vibe, and that's how we like to do. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Other people like to go. We like to go out to eat too. We do like to go out to eat, but we like to
Here's
rent
some
out a
music.
section, hear some music, get a bottle, and just vibe us too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We like stuff like that. Like,
It sounds like y'all like a lot of energy happening.
yeah,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Y'all,
We like to keep it. We like to keep it fun. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, I feel like relationships can get dull at times, and we like to keep it sparked up at every moment. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying?
Y'all not trying to play chess at the park on
No,
Sunday
No.
not
morning.
no, not unless whoever loses is taking a shot or something. You know what I'm saying? If we
Right.
can make it fun like that, then yeah. But
Spice it up a little bit.
just a little, just a little
Just a
Right,
little
something.
right.
bit.
And I could tell y'all are on that, like, y'all on that same page and y'all like to keep it, like, fresh, like what you said. As soon as I saw y'all with the coats, I was like, oh, yeah. I see
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I see
Yeah, like
it.
fashion has always
Yeah.
been like one of
Hmm.
our main little things too.
Yeah.
We kind of
Hmm.
bond over
Over that.
clothes, fashion magazines. Like he was like one of the first people I just could just that would just understand like the fashion, the clothes, the stepping outside of the box, the
Mm,
people would think just because you throw this on, you're one way, and he would show me like, no, just because you will wear this, that don't mean you any less of anybody. You know what I'm saying? That
right.
you're any gayer than anybody, then you're not like. So that's what I appreciate about him too. He
Hmm.
helped me. He step outside my comfort zone in a way,
Hmm. And kind of push
and
your boundaries, like push.
yeah, like
Yeah.
push it just push my limits for the good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm. Bobby, have you seen a change in his like fashion over time? Like,
Yes, I did. He liked at first he still liked to wear like loud colors all the time.
okay,
Now he's very like how can I put it, like polished, and he do have his moments where he do a
more.
lot of color, but it's
Okay,
very tasteful now.
okay. He was wearing that Augusta Pimp orange.
I'm, yeah. With
Gosh,
the little
a little
orange
something.
with the orange
Uh-huh.
products to match. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a little
That's
something.
that's funny. Chris, do you feel like you have an influence on Bobby's style?
I did. I feel like. I help him just be
Mm,
more open, like to the point of not caring either. Like he doesn't. He's more of a, how can I put it? Like it takes a little bit to push him. So once he gets stuck in his mindset, he'll be stuck in a fashion way. So
okay.
it takes a minute to be like, don't wear that. You know what I'm saying? You've been wearing this too much. Try this on. And
Right.
he'll take heed to it, even though he's been more into fashion longer than I have. But he'll take heed to my input, and I do enjoy that too. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So it sounds like Bobby, you had an influence on his external style, and Chris, you have an influence internally, like more about like how the
Yes, I can
Yeah,
agree
spirit
with that.
I
mindset.
can
Yeah,
agree with that.
I can agree. That was a good
That
one.
was a good way to
That
put
was a
it.
good
I
way to
That
put
was
see
a good,
y'all. I see y'all.
that, that was a good way to put
it.
it.
That was a good way to
Yeah.
put it. Definitely.
So I know y'all talking about like y'all don't do traditional dates, but do you remember when it was like, okay, this is our first date, or did it just
Yeah.
all blur
Well, so
into?
our anniversary is on Thanksgiving. So our
Oh,
first official date
Was on
was
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving
on Thanksgiving.
2018. You
Okay.
know, so I think we had went to
Thanksgiving.
Miami and
Yeah,
we went out to some restaurant. I cannot remember the restaurant. So
I
we
forgot.
do special things for like
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
anniversary.
That's our memorable time.
That's your special date.
Mhm.
So it was
Okay.
this Thanksgiving and his anniversary. So it's like
So it's
double
like
holiday.
thankful. I'm just thankful for you. You know,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
something like
cute.
that.
Yeah, I love that. So your first date was in Miami at Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
You from there, that's your anniversary. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was the first time we actually traveled together, and that
Hmm.
was the first time that I could actually, in a way, I knew I was like a man and was growing up because I could handle the responsibilities of traveling, but not
Hmm.
just myself, but with my partner too.
Hmm.
So it just meant a lot for us. You know what I'm saying?
And you really get to know people once you travel with them. And if you
Yeah,
still like each other after
yeah,
traveling, you know.
yeah, yes, you did. And even before that, he was with me through the hardest times. Even when I was staying with my mother, when I got put out my mother's house, you know what I'm saying? Even when we had like a little room for rent and didn't even have no furniture yet, you know what I'm saying? He was staying with me, sleeping with me on floors until we got the mattress. So he really arrived for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really arrived at that. And I respect people like that. And when people like that hold you down at your worst, I try to make sure that anytime at their worst, I'll be there for them. And I'll hold them down the same way they held me down.
Hmm. Because it sounds like y'all both went through these like drastic like life changes, and y'all were each other's support systems.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We definitely had some hard times,
Hmm.
even when he went to jail for like almost a year,
Hmm.
that was a lot for the relationship, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But through God, because we both believe in God,
Hmm.
and everything worked out.
It
And
did.
all the good, the bad, all the blood, the sweat, the tears, it all came together and just made a good I don't know what I was about to say, but made a good pie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just made something good.
I was about to say make a good foundation. Like if the
Yeah,
foundation is like that solid, that's something special.
yeah.
Yeah.
It takes time. You know what I'm saying? It's not as
Don't take
easy
no
as
time.
it look.
Hmm.
And people look at us all the time like, I want a relationship like y'all. And I tell them all the time, it's not as easy as it look. Like we argue, we go through it just like any other couple. Like you know what I'm saying? We're not better than nobody else. We just take a little bit more time to understand each other. That's the difference between us. And we don't really give up too much either. You know what I'm saying? We might take a breath and go walk around the building, go walk around the complex, just to like take a few minutes to breathe. But we don't do too much with each other,
Right.
and I think that's what helps out.
Okay, I love that, and it sounds like y'all hear each other too.
Yeah, yeah. Communication is key.
That's the
That's
biggest.
one thing I learned.
That's the biggest
Mhm.
keys.
And my by me being 35, he's 30, so he's a little younger than me.
31.
So it's like 31. I'm sorry,
35.
my man. He just turned 31. So
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
Aquarius season.
yes,
Happy birthday!
yes, he just
Belated.
turned
Yeah.
31.
Hmm.
But shit, so it's I have to take on a certain role as being like older. Now I don't have to, but I do it.
Hmm.
So I try to just make sure that he's protected and that he knows that I'm always there for him.
Hmm. Okay, I love that. I love to hear that. Now, we talked about the first date. When was the first kiss? Was it at the first date? Was it before the first date?
It was before. It was before the first
was
date.
before the first
Like,
day.
it was definitely before the first
Yeah.
date. Like, but like I'm pretty sure we both thought it was going to be like on some like hit it and quit it type. But I don't know. It just never
Ended.
ended.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, yeah, we're gonna link up this one time and call it a day and have fun while we do it. And then it just one day turned into 1 week, and then 1 week turned into 2 months,
Yeah.
and then it was like, oh, okay, so this is
7 years
real.
later.
And then then I started having to tell the person I was with, like, okay,
This is
all
real.
right, this is getting a little serious, so I'm gonna just have to go ahead and just chalk this up and just
Yeah.
tell the truth about it. I was public enemy number one for a minute, but everything died down, and our relationship grew, and the person I was with before, we're cool now. They're cool, like, so
Yeah.
everything worked out for the best.
Mhm. It was all worth it.
It
Yeah.
was all worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying?
So
The
when
honesty is key. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, "Why didn't you hide it? Why didn't you hide it?" You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even if I hid it, I would have hurt her feelings. If I didn't hide it, I would have hurt her feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I just took the lesser two evils by telling the truth.
and see stuff like that, like hiding stuff, that causes grudges over time, where people can't be
Yes.
cool over time. You know.
Yes.
Right.
Hmm.
Yes. And see, I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want
Hmm.
them to beef because they didn't have no loyalty to each other. It
Hmm.
was just all me. So, I just tried to take that responsibility on.
Hmm. Okay, it sounds like one day turned into 7 years now.
Yes.
Pretty
So,
much.
very, 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 very bad.
So it sounds like that's how you kind of knew y'all wanted to be in a relationship with each other. I want to hear from Bobby about this. How did you know you wanted to be in a
That
relationship with?
he took us. Well, it was a time when he like left and went to California, and I just was like so hurt because he was
Oh,
gone. Because I was so used to him being with me like every day, and I was
oh.
like, well, damn, you clearly is falling in love with this boy. So it's clearly getting stronger over time. So
Mm. So that's how you know you're like, I'm really missing this nigga.
yes, I don't even miss nobody. So I was like, what is
Right.
happening? Like crying all the way back home from the airport. It's like,
Oh,
what's happening? You know.
wow.
He knew what was happening.
He was like, ugh, feelings, emotions.
Yes, right.
And that's how Aquarius think too. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
oh yeah, no. Emotions for Aquarius is
Yeah,
like, what?
the emotions and Aquarius, they do not mix. Like, seriously.
Okay.
Like, just the
Mm-mm.
hard body, like, seriously, yo. People like, I know you
Mm-mm.
got some emotion in there somewhere. Like, give me a little something, scream, yell, do something, man. Like, do something.
You gotta look for it. You gotta find
Yes,
that.
you gotta earn it. You
You gotta
gotta
earn it.
chisel that
Yeah.
wall down and chisel, 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 chisel.
Yeah. So who said I love you first?
I did.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so. Like, I love love. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as soon as I'm in love, I can't hide it. I can't fake it. You know what I'm saying? That's never been me. I just love every aspect of it.
Hmm. And how did you feel, Bobby, when he said I love you?
I was like, it's getting real.
It's good.
It's getting, things is getting real. This is new for me.
Because
So,
some people
because
back
I'm,
out. They'd be like, okay, this is too much.
Mhm.
This is
Yeah.
yeah,
cool, whatever we got going
yeah,
on. But
this warm feeling. What is
love,
this warm
you know,
feeling? You know?
yeah, yeah. Did you have to say I love you a couple more times for it to really hit? Or was it like that first time you said I love you, it was like,
Yeah,
okay,
the first time you said it, I felt it. I ain't really had to take too many times. It was
okay,
like, okay,
okay,
we get somewhere.
okay. So it sounds like y'all have grown a lot since that first date.
Yes.
I first love you. So obviously y'all know each other really well. So what, and we already mentioned, it sounds like when I did the three descriptions, it sounds like those are things that y'all like about each other. And I was gonna ask that, but I'll flip it. What are some nitpicky things that
Hey,
y'all?
I would say my biggest thing is that he's very nonchalant.
Mm-hmm.
He's very nonchalant. So you don't really know if you know he's happy. It takes a lot for him to be like to show emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I had to learn to deal with. You know, just because he's not sitting there all lovey dovey. You know, because I grew up lovey dovey.
I
Some
see.
people did. Some people didn't grow up like that. You know what I mean? So it's just different. People are just different.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I definitely had to learn.
So Bobby, you icy, and Chris is hot.
Yes.
I had my ways. I did. I had my ways.
Yeah.
So what, Bobby? What's some nitpicky things about Chris?
I can't really say a lot of nitpicking. I just would say when we play the game, it be intense. So like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not on point, he be like, "Yeah, what are you doing?" And I'd be like, "Oh my god, I just died. Like, let me come back real quick." Like,
Right.
We like to play video games too. You know,
Okay.
that's like one of our pastimes we like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm a bit of a gamer sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
so you know, I do get a little intense with it,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you on my team, you're not doing what you need to do. You know, like
You
I
know,
might
it's
get
taking me a little time to get warmed up.
you know, but he'll get there. He gets
what type
there.
of games? What type of games do y'all be playing?
We like rivals right now.
Marvel
Or
Rivals.
rivals,
Oh,
we
this is
like
the Marvel.
Fortnite.
Fortnite,
hmm
Okay, Fortnite. Okay.
Oh, Warframe,
Warframe.
Dragon Ball Z, Call of Duty. Like we like all of them, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like good range and stuff. So
And you know, if you know, all of those are some of they teams things. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
right, you
So
gotta work
you
together.
you only as good as your team. You know, you only as good as your team.
So y'all got them headsets on and the gaming chair, or
Yeah, and
y'all got the whole thing,
we got
We
the
got the
whole
whole
we
setup.
got
the
two
whole
two different
setup.
consoles right
Yeah.
next to each other so that we can focus.
Hmm.
We got
I
a
love,
nice little setup.
I love that y'all got activities that y'all both genuinely like and enjoy to do together.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's important in relationships. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Other than just always just going out and being amongst people, especially in the gay community. You know, sometimes going out amongst people, taking on their energies,
Mhm.
excuse me, is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we like to just step away from that and just focus on our energy
Hmm.
together as
Mhm.
opposed to taking on other people's energy.
Mhm. I like that. It sounds like you get energized. Uh,
Yeah, and sometimes they'll take the energy out of you too.
yeah,
You
so
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's a balance.
And it
Yeah.
won't be nothing left for our relationship. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I do believe in taking time out just to re-energize the couple battery. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
That makes sense. And I know you mentioned outside people and stuff. Are any of y'all's families like active in y'all's relationship or like connected with y'all's relationship?
Yeah, he met my family for Christmas, so that was kind of
For the
different.
first time, mind you, in 7 years. So
Oh,
I
for the
felt like
first time last year.
the
The
Christmas
one
that
that
just
just
came
What
that
yeah,
just
so
Christmas that
came?
just
Okay.
passed.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
So in
wow.
7 years,
So
this is
that
my
was cool.
first time meeting his people. You know, they
Wow.
welcomed me in with
Yeah,
open arms.
yeah. So it was
You
fun.
know, he always comes and sees my people. You know what I'm saying? My family loves him. My little sisters love him. My mother loves him.
Mhm.
So he's always been a part.
Okay, Bobby, what took so long? Why it take 7 years?
Gus is because I'm always be on my own, so it's like I come
Okay.
around my family like when I want to
I
type thing.
see. I
But
see.
lately I've been trying to be different and come around more often because I'm always like away in a
Okay.
way.
I get that. I get that. I love that y'all. I mean, even though he just met, it still sounds like all y'all on the same page, like including your families with y'all's relationship. And I feel like not a lot of people have that. Some people aren't,
Yeah.
of course, aren't even, open to their families and stuff. Was there a
Mhm.
period where y'all came out to your families, or was it just like, some people it's like y'all already knew it was up. This is me. It wasn't this whole moment, you know.
Yeah, I would say like it took me and my mother a while. You know, I was on my own since I was 17.
Mm,
So I would say when I got on my own, our relationship became better.
okay.
Now that I'm older and more established, we are really good. Like we're really close. You know what I'm saying? I don't fault her for the things that happened because she had me when she was 21, so she raised me the best way that she knew how to. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never hold that against her. But we are in a great place now, and I love that. So shout out to my mother. Love you.
Mhm.
For me, I was always eccentric growing up, so my family like they always knew. It just was me trying, just telling them and being open with it. So
Mhm.
once I came out, that was it. It was like, hey,
Oh, so that's sad. And it sounded like, because I feel like I said, some people have this whole traumatic story, but it sounds like y'all were kind of cool to begin with, like, or at least there was a wanting to like build and have a real relationship together, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I definitely because I don't know how to put it. It was just something that when you never really have it and you have a thing in your mind of what you want, you kind of go for it even more.
Mhm.
Yeah, so if it's like, oh yeah, I want my relationship to be like this, and I
Mhm.
want it to be like this, you got to take steps to make it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want my relationship where we travel all the time and we can go here and do this. You got to make those steps to travel. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to do it. Not everybody can just sit there and just be just waiting and waiting and waiting for the next person to make a move. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me, I'm gonna make my move. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to wait for the next person because you don't never know what they think. And they always say closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm gonna eat.
Right. I love that. So you take that proactive energy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm so excited to share that Gay Magazine's partner for our third annual Valentine's Day couple series is Raya Libre. Raya Libre is the first Black lesbian owned tequila brand in Atlanta. This award winning premium tequila means true freedom is king. Every bottle even comes with a progressive pride flag on the back. Thank you, Raya Libre, for sponsoring this year's series. Gays, if you're over 21, make sure you visit their website and follow them for more info. Please drink responsibly.
I love that, and especially I feel like even with me like going in my 20s and stuff, like you kind of see your parents in a different way. You're like, both of
Hmm.
y'all are adults, and it's like now you see, okay, this is what you have to go through as an adult. So it's kind of
Yes.
like you give grace, you
So
give
you
so much
yeah, so
grace.
you sort of you don't like hate your parents. You just
Yeah,
start to
no,
understand them. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Because I can understand how people do have those type of negative relationships with their parents. You know what I'm saying? But it
mhm,
all comes down to understanding at the end of the day.
mhm,
Like I could have been the same way, but once you start to really understand as you grow up, it all comes with age.
age and
You know what I'm
maturity.
saying? As a child, you don't understand what your parents had to go through to even deal with, let alone a gay child, but a black gay child too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they got so many fears in their mind already just
Mhm,
from that. So once I just took the time to step away and build my own. And my mother started to see that and understand that what she thought gay was isn't what gay is. Then she started to understand more. And then, lo and behold, then I had a gay sister too. So it was like, it kind of came full circle. After a while, it was like, yeah, you can't escape it now.
mhm. Yeah, that makes sense. And do y'all feel like ballroom was kind of like that second family too?
Ballroom was like my first
First,
family.
first, mhm,
Honestly, at 17 years old, like I didn't have a lot at all. I
mhm,
was always a survivor, period. But ballroom taught me that, like being around certain people, being around, just certain energies help you feel like, oh yeah, you might be young, but you can still eat tomorrow. You can still go ahead and get this job just because you want to be in barroom. You can get a job to go to the bar and still have your own place. You know what I'm saying? People will feel like just because you 18, you can't. go out and get you a little room for rent or a little studio apartment, and you can do stuff like that and still be active in ballroom.
Mhm. That definitely makes sense. Now we talked about families. Are y'all thinking about kids or expanding a family or
Yes. Kids
Yes.
not
are
trying to put
definitely in the
pressure?
future.
It could be just a
It's a little
brainstorming
pressure,
idea.
like
Yeah, not
getting
trying to.
definitely
Got me
coming.
sweating already.
Yeah, puts me on the topic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely,
Definitely
I'm
want
definitely
kids.
want kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We got two fur babies already,
Mhm.
two beautiful Dalmatians.
Yeah.
The name is Corella and Deville.
We
So
start.
having a real baby, we would love that. You know, we would. We just feel like when the time is right, the time is right.
Mhm.
And I just want to make sure when we do bring a child in, and that we are established enough to take care of and make sure that our child doesn't want for anything.
We have a good
Right.
I
home.
don't want them to go through anything that I went through,
Right.
or I'm pretty sure whatever he went through too.
Mhm. That
Right.
definitely makes sense. Okay, so kids are in the horizon. It sounds like.
Yes, they right there. They right at the corner of my eye.
So after these 7 years, it sounds like I feel like at this point y'all are kind of experts on relationships, you know. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question like what are y'all thoughts about open relationships? Because I feel like even personally and just what I see on my timeline stuff, I think they're becoming more and more um, common, and people are like, okay, this might work for me, et cetera, et cetera. Like, what's y'all's general thoughts on them?
I'm jealous, so I don't really. Open relationships is really not
Yeah, open
Mhm.
on
open
my
relationship.
radar.
I don't think it's for us as an
But it's cool
open.
for other people though.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's like cute for
I understand it.
mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I understand, like I understand it. So I'm not knocking anybody for what they do at all. You know what I'm saying? But the open relationship, I don't think it's just for us. But I wouldn't mind. I don't think that's the same as like sparking it up either. You know what I'm saying? If you spark it up here and there,
Right.
I feel like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We'll do that. But as far as like open relationship all the way, no, we don't do that.
For the
No,
for
we're
the people watching, it's sparking up like dibble dabbling here and there. Define
yeah,
sparking
like
up.
like maybe like a little threesome here and there
Okay.
for somebody's birthday, or like for our anniversary, or something slick. Like we
Course,
might
nice.
we go to Miami or something and meet up and see, just a little spice, but not just by himself. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. So lighten
Yeah,
it up a little bit, like a little match, like the
yeah,
fire.
yes. Just so it never get boring. Just it's
Right,
a nice little spice, just to spice it up.
right, right. And actually, with that, like, how important do y'all feel like sexual chemistry is? Um, and then with that too, like, do you think it's so important that say, because sometimes I see like people are like, oh, if a bottom and bottom are like they can never be together, or a top and a top they can never be together. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that with sexual chemistry and could things those type of dynamics even be possible?
I believe so.
If you be on the same page, I feel like it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends on your energy.
Mm,
Like I think today everybody is just so concerned with like label this, label that,
Yeah,
label that.
yeah.
everything
Stuff
is
just
so
being
taboo nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's so worried about the next person, what the next person going to think if they do this and they
right.
do that. We don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? We like to have fun, and
Mm-hmm.
our sexual chemistry is great. You know what I mean? Like it's
It's never
great.
boring.
It's never boring. So
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like every relationship should just find their niche and what they like to do. You know what I'm saying? And just explore it. I feel like exploring things with your partner is healthy in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe that because it's if your partner can't do it, who's gonna do it? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That
Sure.
your partner can't do it. I mean, you're gonna find somebody else that can try to do it. And I feel like that kind of stops the whole
Mm-hmm.
flow of things. You get what I'm saying?
that leads to other problems.
Yeah, that's when the problems start. Honestly,
Mhm. So how long do you think for both of y'all? How long do you think should there be like a timeline before people should have sex? Like whether they're looking to be in a relationship or yeah, whether they're looking to be in a relationship. Let's do that.
I think that'd be the problem. I think they be so focused on trying to not have and make a person wait that you might miss your chance. But that
hmm
probably be the day that y'all really click for real and things might happen. You never know. So I think that's what
Mhm.
it really be.
yes,
Mhm.
I definitely agree with that.
So it shouldn't be
I
no
definitely agree.
30-day rule, no 90-day
Yes. It's like,
rule.
I
Just
feel like I feel like we
yeah.
grown. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I feel like grown ups. Like, if you grown enough to do certain acts, like you just got to take what come with it. You know what I'm saying? If you both feeling each other, like it's nothing wrong with linking up and exploring each other. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
You
hmm
never know what that'll lead to. You know, it's I think it's like kind of like a win. It's kind of like a gamble. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a gamble because it might be the best night of your life. It might be the worst night of your life, but at least you're gonna know.
At least you know. Yeah. Yeah. At
Don't
least
gotta
you
wait
know.
30 more
You don't
days.
gotta wait 30 days to find out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and kind of like what you said, I feel like all for me personally, I feel like all that is based in what are people gonna think? Are they gonna think this is like And I feel like that
hmm
Right.
influences a lot of decisions that really could be made if they just listen to how they feel about the other person, not how they think others might feel about the person.
Right, because
Especially with the
people
internet and
don't.
stuff, and people are messy and yeah. But what were you about to say?
No, because people don't even realize that it's not the other people they're in relationship with. You know what I'm saying? There's some people be so busy trying to impress the wrong person, and that's why relationships don't be working out because the person you need to impress is the one that you're with. Trying to think or care about what this person feels and what this person feels, you're thinking about other things other than your relationship, and
Mhm.
that's where it starts to get rocky.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
And do y'all think that's like keeping up with appearances or keeping up with certain looks? Do you think that's more prevalent in the gay community or that's just everybody?
I think it's everybody nowadays. I think everybody is obsessed with making themselves look good,
Mhm.
either it's naturally, cosmetically, or whatever. Honestly, I think we just caught up in image.
hmm
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
always
true.
wonder how it was before like Instagram, because we have a look into everybody's lives now.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
sometimes I always think how it was like in the '90s or something like that, as
We didn't.
being in your
Right.
20s and stuff. Like did people just not
Yeah, we didn't have
care?
as much
It was
access.
probably more engaging too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You had to actually go out and
And meet
actually
people.
meet people. You know what I'm
Instagram, you
saying?
can just scroll
Now
and
you
let's
can just
look.
get online, download an app, and you can have about 7 people coming to your door. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's to
It's
me
not.
looking.
It's no longer personal
Mhm.
anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Instead of people looking in the apps, and I feel like it becomes like a game to a lot of people. Like people become
hmm
games where it's like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't like this person. Oh, let me try to get back. Doing all of that, and they're not
Right.
And it
intentional
becomes
about.
then they become desensitized too to the whole fact of a
Yeah,
relationship, what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes you so used to going from this person to this person, one person becomes boring to you.
right. And then it's like sometimes I think like on the other hand, I feel like so many people meet on the app. So it's like, where do guys go outside of the apps, outside of the clubs? Where can a guy? I mean, there's nothing wrong with the clubs, and for some people, there's nothing wrong with the apps and stuff. But like, where can guys go to meet other guys? Like,
That's a good
That's a
that's
good
you
that's a
know what
good
I
question.
mean?
You know, and like in Baltimore, it's not too many more gay clubs. Not like a lot of gay clubs around anymore. So it's like you're right. Sometimes it is hard. Sometimes the easiest way is online. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So it's. I just think it's all a gamble. You know,
Yeah.
and you might end up finding the love of your life, or you might end up finding someone that you totally don't connect with at all.
Hmm.
You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? It's just always a gamble, and I would say that's online and in real life too. You get what I'm saying? You can meet somebody out in real life and they could be the love of your life, or you could wake up the next morning and hate them. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? It's
Right.
just such a gamble nowadays. But you know, if you don't never take those chances, no one's you're not never gonna find out. And that's what I believe in. I believe in like taking those chances, getting out there. You know what I'm saying? You love this person, you see this person, oh, you want to talk to them, shoot your shot.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Shoot your shot. Not with my dude, but shoot your shot. You
I was
get
just
what
about
I'm
to say that because sometimes I'll be in the grocery store, whatever. I'm like, this guy's kind of cute, and then you know how we be doing like the eye look, and then it just ends up with everybody just staring at each other and going their separate ways. Sometimes
Then
I
it
feel
get
like that
awkward.
happens. I'm like, do they like that? You know, like,
Yes.
so,
No,
and it's
I
hard to
Yes.
tell. It's so hard to tell sometimes.
It is.
Uh,
It is. But you
yeah,
know, you can't give up on it. Though. You get what I'm saying? Because the one you don't approach is that be the love of your life right there.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It'd be the one that's a little too hard to get. It's like,
right.
damn, I should just give up a little bit. Though that be the one that is all worth it at the end.
Right. But then sometimes I'm like, damn, what if I go up to him? He's like, nigga, I ain't gay. Like, I don't want to deal with that. And now I'm in the middle of the aisle,
yo,
in the deli meat section by
Oh my
myself,
goodness.
eat out.
yo, yeah.
I'm just
No,
like, I might as well
seriously.
go back to the apps for
Yes.
this.
Yes. So when you put it like that, I
I
get it,
get
but you
it.
know, just
It's
shoot your
so
shot. I
much.
still believe in that. I still believe in that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because that
Right.
might be the love of your life. And
Hmm.
I feel like gays, we have this intuition. You get what I'm saying? We can kind of tell when it's going to
Yeah.
go in our favor, and
Hmm.
we can tell when it's going to be a challenge too.
Right.
You
Hmm.
get what I'm saying? So I feel like we know. We just all just protect our own image. So it's like not even our image, but our feelings. Like you know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to put myself all the way out there like that. So let me just reserve it. Or let me not be the real me who I
Or do it
really am. You
halfway.
get what I'm saying? Other than just going out there and showing a person, oh yeah, this is me and I am unapologetically me. You
Hmm.
know, people love that. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? People love people that are unapologetically them. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That don't change for nobody, don't change for society, don't change for anything. Just roll and flow with the boat and just I love people like that.
That authentic. So I should stop. I should get out of my head and just be
Yes.
whether I get chewed out near the deli meat aisle or not. I
No, if
still
you,
go.
I mean, if it get too sticky, just you can give us a call and
Okay.
we'll come and handle that shit for you. See, you
First,
feel what I'm
go
saying?
No, no.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we got you. We gonna pull
Yeah,
right up there.
Baltimore is right there. I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah,
it,
we ain't
it,
gonna let them play with
Right
you
up the
like that.
street.
it's a Mark train.
Right there, we'll be right there.
But no, I'm gonna keep that in mind because I do think sometimes, like even outside of me, I think a lot of times in the community we're just sometimes afraid, or we're like we don't want any smoke on us or any attention on us, especially depending on where you live. Like if Maryland is different from, I'm just using some example in middle of North Dakota or something like that, like in a
Yeah,
rural area. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Where you don't know how to
yeah,
get down, you don't know what. So
yeah.
it's a lot of fear, I would say. A lot of
hmm
fear going
But you know, I get it. I definitely understand, especially coming from certain places.
on. Hmm.
Everything is scary. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every new venture is scary. Like one of my favorite quotes is, "Everything you ever wanted was is one step outside your comfort zone." So you get what I'm. So I feel like everything that anybody wants, anything that anybody really wants in their life that they're working for to get is scary because you never had it. You know what I'm saying? You're working to it. But if it's not scary, that means it's not meant for you.
It's
You get
not.
what I'm saying? If
It's
it's
too
not,
easy.
it's too easy. It's this. If you're not worried about, okay, I'm about to do this. I'm about to. Let me. How do I look? Do I? That mean you in the wrong room. You get what I'm saying? I feel like things should make you uncomfortable to make you comfortable.
Hmm.
You get what
Yeah,
I'm
that
saying?
that completely makes sense. And I maybe that's. I mean, thinking about it, maybe that's why the apps are so successful because it's really low stakes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not
It's,
for like,
and you can just be uncomfortable on there. You,
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? You can just be you can be who you want on apps. You get what I'm saying? And I love but people don't understand you can be the same way in person too.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And sometimes app give you a little bit more freedom because you don't have to show who you are.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's why I always like going out in public and actually meeting people because I like them to see personality.
That in
You know what I'm saying?
person.
I don't want them to judge me off of pictures or how they think I am, you know, because a lot of people do that. I look at you and be like, oh, yeah, you look like you get a lot of hoes, or you look like you don't even know me. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That
So I
makes
feel like getting out there sometimes is a better way
okay.
because you can just understand the energy more.
That definitely makes sense. And for all everybody watching this, I'm not attacking y'all. Whoever uses the apps, do
Yes,
you?
not at all,
Do
not at all,
you? I don't want
not
people
at
to be
all.
like,
No
but
hate.
Not no
this.
hate, because
No.
when we like to spark it up, we might go to the apps once or twice.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no hate at all. You know,
Right.
find love the best way y'all know how to do it. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? That's the best advice I can give.
I'm a use Spark now every now and then to.
Yeah.
Yeah, hashtag smart.
Hashtag Spark.
Smart.
So I'm gonna start with you, Bobby. And I'll ask you, Chris, the same question. What do y'all feel like? We talked about people like the outside looking in stuff. What are some common misconceptions that you feel like people have when it comes to y'all's relationship? Just
They think
outside
we
looking in, surface level.
they what they think we was like
Yeah, they
DL.
think we're
They walk
DL. They
we
think
got in jail.
we too masculine to be gay.
Uh-huh.
Um, like gay is they think gay is a certain
Image.
way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they see gay, they don't see us as two masculine dudes being gay. They don't see that on media a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So consider gay flamboyant.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that it's levels to gays.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
definitely different categories of gays. You know what I'm saying? Not
mm-hmm,
everybody is flamboyant. Not everybody is masculine. You get what I'm saying? Some people fall in the middle, and society just they don't really understand that.
They don't.
So they'll think that we got baby mothers and
Yeah.
we
We
cheating
seeking
on them
around.
and like like a whole bunch of
Like
stuff.
crazy.
Like I could all the stuff like they always say we going to hell.
Yeah,
Like
mm-hmm,
all
always.
this
mm-hmm.
all the hate, the same ones that's cheating on their baby mothers and they wives, and you know what I'm saying, committing adultery, be the same ones telling us we going to hell.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's not in the Bible too. You know what I'm saying? Having babies out of wedlock, that's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They don't say nothing about that. But when it come to us, they just swear we going to hell.
Right. So it's like, have y'all? Do people call y'all trade pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay. It's stuff like
Yeah. Yeah, we get that. We get that. Yeah.
So when y'all hear that, like, what's y'all's thoughts on it? Or y'all just like, okay, whatever.
I mean, I've been
I've
me
been
for
called.
so long, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't
Yeah,
affect
it
me
doesn't
anymore.
affect.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Especially living in
just
Baltimore. It's like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what?
Yeah.
Living in Baltimore, you gotta be who you are. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We had to adapt in a certain way. That
Mm-hmm.
don't make us any less a part of the community or any less gay. You know what I'm saying? We just had to adapt differently than
Mm-hmm.
a lot of other people
That's
did.
true.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of people, I know some people find it like problematic, like for like those mass for mass relationships where it's like a guy can only or will only want to be with a guy that's not gay looking or feminine and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
it's obviously it's apparent in y'all's case, y'all are just two people that jail together.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm putting it as simple as that. I feel like it is. It doesn't give, from my perspective, it doesn't give like I need somebody that's like not like mass. I need you
Yeah.
masculine, like
Right.
what I mean.
But
Yes.
we don't really look at that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We
Hmm.
accept each other's masculine and feminine sides.
Yes.
You
Hmm.
get what I'm saying? That's one thing we don't judge about shit stuff like that.
Hmm.
That's just us. You know what I'm saying? So we like to embrace a person's masculinity and a person's femininity.
Hmm.
You get
Yes.
what I'm saying? We enjoy it all. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Because that we're gay. That's
Right.
the point. We're the perfect. That masculine and feminine energy comes together, and creates that spark.
That spark. No, no. Before I love that though because I feel like I see a lot of cases of people like if they even sense like feminine characteristics in their man or whatever, they kind of leave both on the straight side and the gay side. And we're all
Hmm.
people. I believe that we all have masculine, feminine energy within
Yeah,
us.
Yeah.
yes,
We just
everybody
express
got a
it in
mix.
various
Yeah,
levels or whatever, but there's nothing wrong with how people express themselves or the range that people come in. Um,
Right. I
you
definitely
know,
agree with that.
and I feel like that's limiting and
that's it.
very close minded. You know,
Yes, and I think a lot of people are closed minded. That's why it's so hard nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to open your mind up to finding different things. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is what people really expect to find when they go into a relationship. You know what I'm saying? People just want to find this trophy person of their dreams. You get what I'm saying? And
hmm
sometimes you got to work for that.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? It might not be the trophy that you're looking for, but the trophy will come in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be how they take care of you or how they treat you. Or, sometimes that's the trophy too. It's not always about what they look like.
right, right. No, that definitely makes sense. So, Chris, what are some common misconceptions about y'all's relationship from your perspective?
That I mean, I feel like we fought a lot of different people's opinions. I feel like the biggest one was that, I was just like a fuck 'em and duck 'em type of person. Like, like a lot of people just look at me and look at my persona and just feel like, oh, he don't take nobody serious. Like he ain't really. And I love love. You know what I'm saying? Just because I talk aggressive or I move with confidence don't mean that I pay anybody more attention than I will pay my man. You get what I'm saying? I I'm just like everybody else, and I think that's the biggest one, honestly.
Mhm.
I love that y'all just like, especially at this point too. It's just like whatever at this point, you know.
Yeah, like because if you worry about everybody else's I'm like what is that? If you worry about everybody what they feel about you, you really can't
Yeah,
tap into your full potential. You know what I'm
yeah, just
saying?
worry
Because you're
about
so
them.
busy trying to accommodate everybody
Yeah.
else's feelings and what they feel about you, as opposed to just being you.
Mm-hmm.
You know
hmm
what I'm saying? I was taught if they talking, you doing something right.
hmm
Okay.
And not to mention, it's 2025. It's one thing if it's 94, 95, or whatever. We've
Yes.
had so many discussions about the same stuff over and over and over again. I
Yes.
always feel like at this point, you have to actively choose to think in the ways that you think when it
That's
Hmm.
comes
true.
to being closed minded and stuff. Like,
Yeah, it's
all of
like
this is
imprinted. It's
old.
like embedded in people's brain. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And a lot of it, honestly, it comes from how they were brought up.
Yeah, that's
You
what
get what I'm
it
saying?
is.
A lot of people weren't raised,
Yeah.
to understand certain things, so they don't.
hmm
You get what I'm saying? Whether it be in our community or not. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes, how we were brought up, it shows up. It comes off as when we're adults. You get what I'm
For
saying?
sure. Yeah.
And I love that how you just speak in life and
Yeah.
confidence and stuff. I definitely be proud of
Yeah.
all that.
I'm 35. I've been through a lot. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Like, so it took me a lot to have the confidence and just it took me a lot to even be here. At 18, I was stabbed up. I almost died. I was in the
hmm
hospital for like 2 months. So I have a different respect for life, and I don't really waste mine. You get what I'm saying? I go for what I'll go for, and I'm gonna go for it.
hmm It's like the little things are little things. Like you see the bigger picture. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
especially when you could have been. I could have been dead since I was 18.
right.
So you know what I'm saying. So I sometimes I think about that stuff like when I'm fearful of the next step in my life or the next chapter in my life. I think about like God gave me another chance for a reason, and I believe in taking it. You know what I'm saying? I believe in taking opportunities that are given to you,
hmm I love to hear
and
that.
that's what I try to instill in him too. You know what I'm saying? Just to take what's given to you. You know what I'm saying, and be grateful for it.
hmm
Don't question it. Just give it your all.
hmm
Don't be afraid of nobody. Don't let nobody punk you. Don't let nobody do none of that. Cause everybody bleed the same. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. And Bobby, what do you be telling him? Yeah.
Just don't pay these people no mind. Like, what off a duck's dick? Like, we've been raised in Baltimore. We didn't heard the words. So
Mhm.
it's like, y'all saying this, that is like baby to
Mhm.
what we heard.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
It's like little.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, y'all are like a power couple. That's what it is.
Yeah, we try, man. You know,
like,
it was years in this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We put
yeah.
forth a lot of work
yeah.
to even be sitting right here talking to you. You know what I mean? So it came with a lot of work, but it was all worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely believe in it. You know, if you whatever you want, I believe in going for it and going to get it because you can. It's right there in your fingertips. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything you ever wanted is one step outside your comfort zone.
Mhm.
And when people start taking that step outside their comfort zone, you enter a whole nother different world of
Yeah.
possibilities. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, as a society, as a community, I think that we need to start doing more.
Mhm. I was going to ask for what advice would y'all give to singles and couples, but I feel like all of that is so applicable to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, since we're on the advice type of vibe, like I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get you to talk a little more, Bobby. What advice would you have for like singles,
I
couples?
would say just go for it. Like, don't be scared. If you see this person, talk to this person. Don't be scared because you never know where it might go. It's like closed mouth don't get fed. That might end up being the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams.
Right,
No shade.
right. Let me write that down. Talk. No,
Yeah,
I
just
need it
go for it.
personal.
Like I like that too. It's
Yeah.
like go for what you want. If you
Mhm.
don't go for what you want, you're just gonna be in the same spot or
Right.
the same level you at.
Right. And it's so funny how sometimes we make things so complicated, but that makes sense. If you
It'd
don't
be
go
so easy.
forward, how are you gonna go forward? You're just gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
Right.
like, 'cause,
mistaken.
sometimes we're our own biggest like critics. You know what I'm saying? We're our own biggest horses. Like we'll stop our own self, and that's what, and not just like the community, but and also in the black community too.
Yes, yeah.
We are our
Mhm.
own biggest worst critics. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
So once we get out of that and get out of our own head,
It'd be so
I
much
feel like
easier.
us as a people, as a community, will be so much more powerful.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Okay, on a final note, do y'all have any Valentine's Day plans? What is it? Today's the 10th. Yeah.
Yeah.
In 4 days. Y'all
We
got
going to DC on
okay.
Friday. So
Okay.
Yeah.
we're gonna start out there and we'll
Okay.
figure it out.
We going to DC. You know what I'm saying?
You around the corner.
It's right there.
So we going. So we just plan on, like, having a good time,
Right.
going out having a couple of drinks, and letting the love take us over.
Right. I feel like it would be fun just to like observe y'all's night out. Y'all don't seem like y'all overplan. Like we gotta go. We gotta be here. I think y'all just go with the vibe.
We just go with the
Yeah, we
vibe.
go with
That's
the
what it
flow.
sounds
That's where
like.
we
Yeah.
going.
Like
Whichever way the wind blow, we gonna go the opposite way.
right. You said we're on the opposite way.
Yeah, we like that. You know what I'm saying?
But no, that sounds like a good time. And it's what President's Day weekend too, so it's like a long weekend as
Oh yeah,
well.
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
it
is.
is. Yeah,
yeah,
It sure is.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
like
you
a
so
remembering
4 day
that.
weekend.
4 day weekend.
Yeah, 4 day
Oh,
weekend.
3 day.
Oh,
Ain't it?
3 days. Well, yeah, 3 days.
Yeah, yeah, 3 day around
Yeah.
there.
But yeah, we plan on having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, having some fun.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. But okay, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Um, thank y'all again so much for y'all were
Welcome.
excellent, excellent, excellent guests.
Thank you. Thank you. Made it
Great
you
question.
made it very easy for
Yeah.
us because we
Okay,
were
I'm
very
glad.
nervous.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I try. I try. But
Yes,
no,
we
y'all
were.
y'all actually learned a lot from y'all for real that I will be taking away. I'm taking my interviewer hat off, just my own hat. But yeah, yeah, I really learned a lot from just
We
all
appreciate
We
the
that.
stories and
appreciate you.
stuff.
We
And the
really
energy
appreciate
too
that,
that
man.
y'all give too.
Thank you, man. Thank you for
Appreciate you.
listeners, man. Thank you for giving us the time.
Thank you
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
for
Talking to
sure.
us.
Thank you.
For
Yeah,
sure, for sure. Thank y'all for taking the time as well.
no
Um,
problem.
are there any last things that y'all want to say? Y'all want to shout out any socials or anything in general?
You can follow me on IG, Box of Chocolate,
You can follow me on IG at Bearded Homie.
Okay.
and Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day
Valentine's
to
Day
Oh yeah,
everybody.
happy Valentine's Day for everybody
From
watching
us to
this.
to
y'all,
y'all. Mwah.
and
Oh,
we good.
perfect. Okay. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Once again, this is Game Magazine's third annual Valentine's Day couple series. Be sure to be on the lookout for more videos that we have and just our general content. So we'll see y'all later and thank y'all for tuning in. All right,
Thank
bye.
you.
See y'all.
Bye.